Hi guys, it's Valentin Chmerkovskiy here, and I am live with the one and only, she needs no introduction, the incredible Laurie Hernandez.
Hi.
AKA Lil Nugget, AKA Nug Master Flex, AKA the Olympic gymnast phenomenon.
Hi. So,
The nuclear, Laurie Hernandez.
so I'm excited for this live stream because this random human being, not being, but being, has a book. Sorry, that's really cool. I'll never change my name. It's a really cool title for your book. Why'd you do it?
Why did I write the book?
Why'd you name it I'll Never Change My Name?
I named it I'll Never Change My Name because of a conversation I was having with someone about the fact that it's, Chmerkovskiy, as, as foreign as it sounds or as difficult as it is to say, it's too late for me to change it to something easy like Jones or Pittman or Hernandez. I'm stuck with Chmerkovskiy. It is what it is. But I'm really proud of it, and it says a lot about me. And just because my last name sounds foreign doesn't make me less American or less proud or less patriotic. And so then that kind of unraveled into a broader conversation about fitting in and who I am and what I stand for and how my story can help others. And so I was like, boom, let's write it down. I'll even spell things right.
I'll even spell.
Most of this book is spelled correctly, I promise.
Most of it.
But yeah, also, I don't know if people at home know the story, but the contents in this book were inspired by, the things I was going through in my life and obviously how I feel. But the whole conversation about me even getting a book, starting a book, or eventually getting a book deal, that whole conversation started from you, actually. I was paired up with Laurie Hernandez on Dancing with the Stars. For those that don't know, we won season
23.
23. Jordan.
That was really cool. We did it at the same time. It wasn't sure which one you were going on.
Well, anyway, so we won season 23, and it was an awesome time, and we got a chance to really connect. I felt like the older sibling. I felt like I had a sister I never wanted, that I fell in love with and embraced the whole role of an older brother. Everyone knows that I'm the youngest sibling of two. I have an older brother, Max, who actually wrote the foreword for this book.
It's really funny, and it sounds exactly like Max.
Well, it depends which Max you heard, but yes, it does sound like that. It sounds like the nice Max. No, but the honest Max, obviously. And so, finding myself in a position of older brother, I was, kind of taken back by the responsibility of making sure that I was a positive influence on Laurie's journey through Dancing with the Stars, and that I, gave her an awesome opportunity. And in the process of doing so, her agent, who's an amazing woman, was like, hey, you should write all this stuff in a book. More people can use your voice and could benefit from the stuff you have to say and the stories you have to share. And I was like, sure, but that's crazy. Why would I ever write a book? Who's gonna want to read it? And the next thing you know is I wrote a book, and a lot of people are reading it, and I'm so grateful. This isn't the actual cover. I doodled this, and I'll be auctioning this off at the end of the hour as well. A lucky fan will be getting my own personal stress relieved. This is my stress relief is to doodle over my own cover.
The mustache was done by me, I just have to say, and the hat.
And the hat.
And the hat.
And the little Harry Potter thing, squiggle.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But anyway, yeah, wrote this book. She was a big part of it. She actually gave me a little quote, which I really appreciate. She said, and she being Laurie Hernandez said, "And I'll never change my name. There's so much more to Val than people know. And this book gives the world an opportunity to see who he truly is: creative, kind, brave, and inspiring." I paid her over $1,000 to say that. Actually.
Lies.
No, it's awesome, and you know, you were a big part of that. You're a big part of this. You're a big part of, you know, even giving me the courage to want to be a voice of influence, and I really appreciate it. Bang.
Yes. Okay, so let's hop into some of the fan questions.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna be signing books, so I hope you're not offended. I'm paying attention. I am all ears. I'm making eye contact with you. Let's do this.
Okay, so let's start with who is your favorite celebrity dance partner?
Well.
And you could be honest.
I don't know. It's hard. I can't even. Laurie Hernandez.
Oh, you're saying that because I'm here.
Yes. But you're definitely up there in the conversation.
Thanks.
No, all my partners are my favorite. I love them all. I have a friendship and a great relationship with all of them, most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. And yeah, I mean, look, you get the book. In it, you will find my take on all of the friendships that I made on the show, all of the ups and downs and the relationships that I've been through. I was always so very careful in making sure that this wasn't a tell-all, that I'm not gossiping about other people's business. So, you know, it's a two-way street, our friendship is. So this was solely my angle on my experience, and it's been an amazing one, and one that I'm really grateful for, and I'm really proud of all my partnerships and all of, you know, the wins like I enjoyed with Laurie and Rumor, but also the non-wins as well that I really appreciate. I thought, you know, my Ginger Z is one of the ones I love so much.
Her kids are so cute.
She was actually my partner before Laurie Hernandez, the season right before. Zendaya, I'm really proud of. I mean, Elizabeth, Danica, everybody. Normani is doing well. I become a fan for life. You know, all my partners, I really invest all of my soul into, and so after the season, even though we go our separate ways, we still keep in touch, and I'm a fan for life. So
sorry,
I can't choose one.
I'm just drawing in your tooth.
What? Why?
So
No, now it's kind of like, now it's not very pretty anymore.
So
because before it was actually still attractive. Now I got a gap.
I don't
in my
know.
teeth.
I don't know.
Okay, you're gonna have to deal with the gap between my teeth.
Okay, so that was from Cynthia from Staten Island.
Thank you,
Cynthia. So Cecilia from El Paso, Texas. Val, I love you. My question is, if you could trade places with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose?
I would choose Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were gonna say like DiCaprio from Titanic. I was just like, you would want to risk your life for Rose?
That was a movie set.
I know, but I would have been like, Scooch, I'm getting on there with you. Scooch. I'm angry about that.
Still?
That's so mean. There's this big door frame, and they're like, I'll never let go. 2 seconds later, they let go, and she's just like, oh, shoot, he let go. What do we do now? Okay. Rude.
Leonardo da Vinci. DiCaprio is pretty cool too, though.
Okay, so Angela from Salina, Ohio. My 12-year-old son has been dancing for about 3 years now, and he gets very badly bullied for it in school. He is very talented, and I do not want him to give up on his dreams. What advice do you have for him?
The son's name is Angelo? Or this is from Angela?
Angela wrote it.
That's tough, man. I mean, kids can be brutal, and it's terrible. But, you know, from my own experience, I hope there's enough of positive reinforcement in his life that is louder than all the voices of the naysayers and the bullies. I too was bullied for being a dancer in elementary school, middle school, but you know, the voices in my home and in my dance class and the friendships that I built outside of those areas of misunderstanding or bullying, they were so much more prominent and they made me so much happier than how the bullies made me feel, and so it's just like a balance. I think bullying is gonna be there at every corner in your life. Bullying will never go away, or some sort of form of bullying or misunderstanding or some sort of aggressive ignorance coming your way. I mean, I think that's part of life, but you should definitely not dwell on it and try to find strength in other people and other people's reinforcement and focus on the positive instead of the negative. And I think you could do it, man. I mean, look, when I was growing up, there was no Dancing with the Stars to look up to or look forward to. Thankfully for your son, my position is going to be open very soon, and it's his to take, and I'm going to be sitting back rooting the next generation of male dancers, female dancers, of dancers in general, and I will be rooting them on and celebrating. And then that's part of this book, is to encourage kids that feel out of place to feel more in place, not just dancers, but any kid that's pursuing a passion that isn't necessarily that accepted in their circles, or are bullied for it. Just keep going. That thing that you're being bullied for now is something that's going to make you successful in the future.
Aww.
That's what I think. Just let me know where you go to school. I'll come down and I'll make sure we square everything off.
It's a party. Okay, so Annette from Miami, Florida says, everybody has a theme song they pretend is the theme song of their life. What's yours? For example, I pretend that every time I walk into a room, Eve, Who's That Girl plays, mostly so I can laugh.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I'm homeschooled. Basically, if you had a theme song, wherever you went, what would it be?
When I before I go on air on Dancing with the Stars, before I leave my trailer, every episode I put on.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
What is it? School Spirit by Kanye West. From back in the day when Kanye West was a lyricist. This is a song I love. I love that album, Late Registration, and School Spirit by Kanye West. That's my song. That's the song I put on. But the theme, what is it? Should we sing my favorite song that I sing all the time?
We'll sing the chorus of it.
Как часто диджея сон, мой удивительный сон, в котором осень нам танцует вальс-бастон. Там листья падают вниз, пластинки крутится диск. Не уходи, побудь со мной, ты мой каприз.
Hooray!
That's a song by Alexander Rosenbaum, which is a beautiful song in Russian that I love, that I play all the time. And since we spent so much time together during our season and then our tour that we went on with Dancing with the Stars, she knows the song by heart now.
And I know more Russian than I do Spanish. My mom's gonna kill me. So Aaron from that's
not true.
Half,
that's not true.
That's a lie.
True.
That's a
not
lie.
True. That's a lie.
Please don't ask me. Aaron from Dredden, New York says, what's your favorite place you visited outside of the United States and Ukraine, and why did you love it so much?
I love Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Or Barcelona. I love Barcelona because of the architecture. There's an architect, Gaudi, who was a major influence in the structure of the city, and it's just beautiful. So I love history, I love architecture, so anything that's old, I love. I love the cobblestone streets. I love the energy of
You don't love me?
I love you. Yeah, I love history and architecture, and so the cities that kind of resonate that age. I appreciate it. I haven't been everywhere I want to be yet. Obviously, I haven't been to places in South America. I'm looking forward to visiting. Africa, I'm looking forward to visiting. But I've enjoyed travel, and I'm really lucky to have gone to so many places. But yeah, Barcelona stood out for me. Paris, obviously, is a beautiful city. Rome, the history in Rome is incredible. Amsterdam has some incredible museums. Singapore is beautiful. I mean, just travel. Everywhere is great.
Everywhere.
Every place has beauty in it, and it'll teach you something about yourself as well.
Oh, that was like a Pinterest quote. I love Pinterest. Okay, so just a reminder, if you
Where are you from?
Okay, so so basically, if you would like a copy of Val's book, I'll Never Change My Name, go to I'llNeverChangeMyName.com and you can check it out there.
So if you want a copy of I'll Never Change My Name,
Go to
you go to
I'll
never.
never. No, don't not Al. It's just
Never
changemyname.com.
So I'll never change my name, and you can go to never change my name.
Never change my name.
We're geniuses.
Oh my goodness.
Who came up with
Einstein
this
better watch out. Okay, so if you could. Ooh, Allison from Warwick, Rhode Island said, if you could tell your 10-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
10-year-old self?
Yeah.
Eat your vegetables. Lay off the Nutella. You know, it's like it tastes good, but down the line you'll have an abnormal obsession with you. So yeah. No, what would I tell my 10-year-old self? You know, yeah, I don't know, nothing. I wouldn't tell him anything. I would tell him, keep doing your thing. You know, you're awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you would say something.
I've had so much great, positive, awesome influence in my life. And I've had so many awesome kind of voices when I was 10 years old telling me and guiding me that I think they're even more productive than me coming back to myself now and giving myself advice.
Oh. Brian K. from Tower... Oh, that's so sweet. Brian K. from Tower City, Pennsylvania says, Val, do you believe the American dream still exists? Ooh!
Damn,
Brian! Back at it again with the tough questions.
Do I think that the American dream still exists? Yeah. I think the American dream is a constant. The American dream isn't something that you attain. It's something that you aspire to have constantly. You know, it's like perfection. You're never perfect. You just hopefully are striving to be, and you know you're doing your best to do the right thing. And so I define American dream in the essence of the American dream is that pursuit of happiness, and the fact that in America anybody has an opportunity if they work hard enough, and if luck is in their favor as well. I mean, several elements have to play, but I think work ethic still prevails, consistency still prevails. I believe in that, and again, all those elements make up the fabric of the American dream. So yeah, I still believe in it. I'm still living proof that it exists. And I hopefully this read and this book and me by action, validates that thought and hopefully inspires you to have your own American dream. It's not just for immigrants. It's not just for Americans. I think American dream is a universal idea, and it definitely still exists. All right, relax, kid. Do you believe in the American dream?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you know what it is? Little young, little millennial.
So the next question.
What does the American dream mean for you?
That you're able to come to America and have the freedom that you see a lot of people having, and you're able to be yourself and go after the jobs that you want to go after, and you get to be the person that you wanted to be when you were a little kid, or you can angle that into someone different if you want, but it's the choice of being able to be different.
You're terrible. All right, let's go.
Oh, thanks.
Next question. Great job. That was a great answer.
Thanks.
Those are great answers. That's right.
Bibi from from Astoria, New York, says, "What is your biggest regret?" Dun dun dun. Probably drawing on his book.
No, I love that. That's not a regret at all. Queens. Bebe is from Queens. My biggest regret, not paying attention in German class in high school, and in French class in middle school, and in Latin class in high school, and in every single language class I ever took. I wish I paid attention. I wish at this point I would have had 4 languages under my belt, and now I just have 2. And yeah, that's my biggest regret. I wish I could speak more languages. I wish I could play more instruments. I wish I could just, again, I wish, and hopefully I could still make those wishes come true. I'm always trying to grow and learn, and yeah, that's my biggest regret though.
Aww. That was my favorite. So.
Read it like this, ready?
Okay.
Go.
Carrie from Johnston said, "What would you be doing for work if you were?"
What would I be doing for work if I wasn't dancing? I would probably go to law school and become an attorney, or at least get an education in law, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe civil service. I don't know. Maybe I'd run for office.
Val for president. Wow. Donna Jaworski. You got a great last name, girl. From Lawton, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Woo. Says, "What is your favorite song and why?" That's a great question.
My favorite song is Volare by, is it Dean Martin who sings the original Volare? I know he sings a version of Volare, but that's my favorite song.
Oh.
Volare. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know who the original, but it's an Italian song, actually.
Catherine from Tucson, Arizona said, "Kathy Gray."
You're so terrible. So what did she say?
She just said Kathy Gray.
Catherine from Tucson, Arizona.
Said Kathy Gray.
Kathy Gray. Maybe that's code for like, good job.
Antoinette from Sefner, Florida said, "What inspired you to write this book? And thank you, by the way. XOXO. Gossip Girl." It doesn't say that, but it does say XOXO. But what inspired you to write this book?
What inspired me to write this book? Gratitude. I reflected on my life and felt so grateful and inspired and motivated to want to pass it forward. That's it. You know, I've had an awesome life, and I was not the only one that made it so. So I feel like the right thing to do is to pass those blessings forward onto others, and this book is one of the ways that I'm doing that. I'm connecting with people that may or may not use some encouragement, could use a little laughter. This is a really funny read, and you know, can at the same time entertain themselves and feel good. You know, after reading this, you feel motivated and inspired and happy, and you know, at the end of the day, sometimes that's all you need.
That's a good answer. Congrats, you did it.
Thanks.
Cynthia from Terre Haute? I'm homeschooled.
Terre Haute.
Indiana said, "What is your favorite dance to do?"
My favorite dance to do is, again, I have few, but I love the tango. I love the Argentine tango.
Hey.
Got it.
Okay. He needs to sign more books. Let's see. Christine from from Wisconsin says, do you ever...
Waukesha.
Waukesha?
Waka who?
Waukesha. Hey, hey, waka, waka, hey, hey. Said, do you ever get tired of dancing?
How do you not have your own TV show? Can we start a petition or something, or like GoFundMe? Let's go fund Laurie Hernandez live.
No, this is about you.
Okay, whatever.
Yep.
It could be about us. There's enough space for everybody. Let's get Laurie her own show. I'll produce it.
Okay, so Debbie from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Hey. Cherry Hill. How you doing, Debbie? Said, has dancing alongside Max fueled your desire to be a better dancer?
Hey.
Hi.
Hold on, we need to take a second. Take a second. Yeah. Come on in.
It's a live stream.
Hey! How are you?
You too.
Whoa.
It's a party.
Wow. You look so good here.
Thank you. I got
You-
dropped down
Come
outside.
sit down.
Okay, thanks.
Yay. Hi.
Hi, this is so cool.
Oh my goodness.
I started watching it on Instagram and then I didn't have time to click on Facebook. So, hi everybody.
Woo.
This is like my first time out of the house after having a baby, you realize. So I'm
Oh
very
my
excited.
goodness.
Are you ready? This is an
No.
exclusive.
I actually put on pants today. I washed my hair. Things are going really well.
I follow you on Instagram. Your
I-
little peanuts look so
oh my
cute.
gosh, they're the sweetest. I just came from, we had to go to the pediatrician. And my baby is growing at a rapid rate. It's actually kind of scary.
So basically,
Do you want to sit in the middle since it's your book, or should I? Come on.
No.
Yeah. It'll make more sense.
Chambers. All right.
That's how the cameras work, you know?
Well, this is. You gotta.
It's
you
a
gotta teach
party.
me everything.
Yeah. It is a party. This is so
It is a
cool.
party.
It was so funny because I hadn't been here since we rehearsed, and I think we only rehearsed here once or something, and I was like, oh, I have been here.
This is.
I was like, so where are my shoes? Like,
Yup.
where are my shoes? Are we gonna dance? Or...
Yeah.
Season 22 finalist.
Hi guys.
I
Final.
thought she was
Twenty
gonna be
three.
hanging. I was looking.
The winner. See, I just touched you for some dance ability.
I just.
This
I think
lady.
you're really sweet.
This woman, Ginger Z, by the way, for those that don't know,
Hey, guys.
Ginger Z is a New York Times best-selling author. She is a mother of two. Just had a baby like 2 weeks ago.
2, 3. Oh no, he'll be a month tomorrow. Actually.
God.
Oh
Yeah.
my
A
goodness.
month ago. And
I love babies.
we were partnered on season 22 of Dancing with the Stars. She is also the meteorologist, the chief meteorologist at Good Morning America.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you.
So give it up.
I am so proud of you. I have to say this. I've been watching all of the work that you've been doing and all of the interaction with everybody, which has been outstanding to see. It made me feel like I did a really bad job with my book.
What do you mean?
I mean, press-wise, you are killing it. I know that in 2 weeks, when that list comes out, you will also be a New York Times bestselling author.
Oh my God.
I know it. I have this good feeling.
I hope.
You know, I
Ginger,
haven't really
thank you.
gotten through this yet.
Really?
No, I'm gonna take this one with me.
I'm
I saw
sorry.
Laurie stealing one earlier. I'm tucking one in here.
Please, you're in it.
I'm pretty excited to be in it. Very honored.
So they called me out live on your show. Can you believe it?
They did. So on Good Morning America, and I haven't. When I'm away from work, I try to separate,
Right.
and I'm often like, feeding the baby or whatever. So I didn't see it live, but everybody said you need to watch today. Val was on. And I was like,
Oh, boy.
yep, okay. And so I clicked on, and Hilda, who we had as our nurse the last time we had a baby, she loves you. She says hello, by the way. Your biggest fan. She's like,
Hi, Hilda.
you have to watch. You have to watch what Val said. And I was
Hilda
like,
said it,
whoa,
then.
okay, all right. So we tuned in. And I was
Anyway, so yeah, I was asked. So in the book, I say, Ginger and I, we met. If we would have met at another time, maybe a decade earlier, I think
Yeah.
is what I said. Just to kind of
yeah, give it space.
and smooth out the age gap.
And see, that's what I said, because I was so surprised to hear that was in the book, because I never got that from you.
Really?
I really got you're an old lady.
Stop. That's not true.
You're an old lady. We got to really work on this. Although maybe in the game, marry F kill, maybe then I would have been your choice for marrying.
I think that's how that conversation came about. No, I said that if we would have met 10 years earlier, we would have probably ended up together. I would have married her.
Yeah.
Just because of how cool Ginger is, how
I
much
could
I
handle
love
him,
her.
I think is what you're saying.
That's true. But we became, became friends. Like, this is it right here. This is. I was so lucky. So when people ask me who my favorite partners are in Dancing with the Stars, I immediately don't think of either one of you. I think of someone else. But,
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you're somewhere down,
know
on
what
that
was
list.
Somewhere down there.
We had a going joke because I was not considerably older. I'm like 7 years older, not even than you.
No,
I'm like
you're
6
not.
years older than you.
Yeah.
But maybe I didn't, I'm not as cool. You know what I'm saying?
What? No, you are cool. You have great eyebrows.
I believe thank you, I drew them on. I believe I've never used the word swag before I met Val. Like, I maybe had heard it in passing, but it wasn't really a thing.
Does Val use the word swag that often?
You did 2 years ago.
Oh, it was pretty dope back then.
Well, I was not in regular use of it. So anyway, we went through our season. There were a lot of generation gaps. Somebody said once, like, you guys really have a generation gap. It was more like
But was it really
a swag gap.
a swag?
It was a
gap.
swag gap. It was, we got to talk about the regions where we grew up, the influences that we've had.
West Michigan
You-
is not
you-
the place where you garner
Right.
a lot of swag, apparently.
I was doing chase turns growing up. She was chasing storms growing up.
Yes.
So it's like,
Wow. Very
yeah.
eloquent today. But then, here's what my favorite part was. So I knew like a day before they announced that you were going to be his partner next, Laurie. And I said, well, would you look at that generation gap? Because
Wow.
now who's old? Now who's going to be teaching
You
you?
see that? That's exactly what happened.
And you did.
I don't think we used swag in our season.
Because you had it. See how that works? Like, if you have it, then he doesn't have to talk about it.
No, that's not how it works.
Bam.
That's not how it works.
What's the cool word now? Bring us up to date.
The what?
What's the
cool
word now,
I don't
like-
know, but you bring us up to date. We are now in the same bracket, especially now that I wrote a book.
Yeah.
I feel like I've aged like 20 years.
Wait,
It
so
looks
does
so
that mean
good.
I've aged 20 years too?
I'm
old.
No, you're still a spring chicken.
So what's the word, Laurie?
The word?
What a sign.
I don't think.
Help.
Clout. Clout
Clout?
is the word.
Clout is now the
But
new
that's
swag.
but I know clout.
But
That's
I.
because
have
I
clout?
put you on.
That's
how they
because
like
you
to
have
say.
it. No, that's because you have it.
Oh,
I
okay.
see what you did there.
Oh, all right. Good, because I never did get swag, so.
No.
He's got clout.
We worked
Ginger,
real hard, and for like those 60 to 90 seconds on Monday nights, I would really attempt to have some.
No, you had
then-
it. You had
away.
it. No, stop. It's there.
Yeah.
I know it's there.
But I know there are a lot of new moms out there who feel swagless.
Aww.
I hope this can help you feel a little extra.
Well,
Clout.
would you say that dance, helped you get your groove?
Yes, I would say so. I don't think by the end that I felt. I mean, I don't know that I'll ever feel like fully confident in moving my body in front of people.
But you have swag.
At least not as
But-
comfortable as your husband does.
No.
He's very comfortable with
Is that
moving his
comfort
body.
or is that? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. He makes movement in every way fun. So I've been able to do that. He's taught me that. But yeah, I think I gained a lot of confidence in this time post baby. After my first baby, it was a
Post-baby.
perfect time to do this
Aww.
and to be with Val because. He challenges you. Is that in the book? How much did you
Is
write
that in the
about
book?
your technique?
Well, how would you describe my
Necessarily.
technique? Since you
Okay.
both are here
Full
now.
disclosure, guys. Full
I will show
disclosure.
yours.
I watched really closely your season because it was the one right after me. Are you okay?
Yeah, I got a Charlie horse.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done any movement in like 3
No, it's in my
months.
hamstring. It's okay.
Oh, it's in your hamstring.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I hate those.
So I watched your season really closely because it was so fresh after coming away from being with Val. And I don't know any other way to teach because I've never been taught a different way. But it's super effective. And for me, I thought it worked really well. But it's hard. right? And
Yeah.
there are moments and where you kind of hit that breaking point.
Mine was on live television.
And then you had a little tear, and I'm not, in no way did I want you to be upset, but boy did I feel good. Because I was like, okay, I'm not the only one.
Right, if this Olympic athlete
Right.
can shed a tear learning the cha-cha, you definitely.
Yeah.
But it took you some time. It was what, week 6 was when you first shed a tear?
Yeah, and then I think 7, 8, 9. No, I think I cried here and there, but I'd run to the trailer and be like, I'm not going to let him see me cry.
You were the best. I mean, you were the best, honestly.
I had so much
I was
fun.
so tough, and you were incredible. Both of you were so understanding.
I had a lot more work to go with me because like I couldn't even hold my body. It's just like how I am right now. I had a C-section, so I'm like cut in half, and then he had to put me back together. That's
Well,
basically.
we were talking about how I might have mentioned that, but during our first rehearsal, she was like, "Can I take like 10 minutes real quick?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course. Take a seat." And then I turn around and she's like, got this apparatus stuck to her boob, and she's pumping milk.
Oh.
It's like I just have to, I have to get the new batch, otherwise it starts, like leaking.
It
I'm
does.
like,
You don't want that on you.
just do what you gotta do. I'm gonna be
take
right
20.
here.
I'll be around the corner.
Yeah. No, but it was awesome, and it made me a lot more. I mean, speaking of women, it's International Women's Day, so congratulations to both of you.
Go
You
women!
are
Yeah.
highly, highly respected and admired, both of you. But yeah, that the experience with you and you being a new mom and just seeing those responsibilities so up close made me appreciate you guys that much more.
Yeah.
My own mother, all mothers in this world.
I think it's good for everybody to see a brand new mom in that kind of tough time right after, it was good for me to be out, and the only way to live through it was to show it off and be like, yep, here I am,
Right.
full boobs and all. This is life. Can I ask you a question about your book?
Yes, please.
Do you think that it taught you much more than you expected? Because like for me, when I was writing, I found myself having to stop sometimes. Did things come out where you go, like you wrote it down first, then you're like, I don't know if I can share it. Yeah, I gotta share it. I don't know if I can share it.
Yeah, till the end.
And then it changed.
I had to have lawyers come in and say, I don't think you could share this.
Yeah. Well, that happens. My book changed a lot for that reason. But did it teach you? Like, did it stretch you and challenge you more than you expected?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at first it was just therapeutic, but then it became, such a learning tool for me. And again, it's when you teach, you learn so much more than even sometimes you're teaching. So the same thing with you, your season. I might have been teaching you about dance, but you've told me so much about, how to conduct yourself on TV, how to just be a better individual in general.
But like when you went back,
you taught me how to make faces and be ridiculous on camera. But yeah, no, writing this book taught me a lot more about like looking back, you start digging deeper and deeper, and so because this was more of took shape of being a memoir, I had to really go back and try to remember the stories and then be as descriptive about the stories as possible. And while I'm like digging to really remember and recount the setting, a lot of emotions came back. So that's the whole thing. Emotions are stuck to the setting, and then the more you kind of venture even through your mind and thoughts into that setting, that's when all the emotions come back up. So I learned a lot, but I think I felt a lot more than I learned. I mean, I think I'm pretty smart. No. I felt more like I was like reliving a lot of these moments.
Because I had to stop writing at times and be like, whoa, that was heavy. That was a
Yeah.
lot because in the moment, very few of us are able to live in the present. It'd be like maybe even, I can't imagine what you'll feel like even 10 years from now, trying to recount the feelings of being on an Olympic team. Like I can't, because none of this is even to that point. But when you have time to separate and then you go and throw yourself back in there to the descriptive moment, to the, Is there a bonus that you can give your audience that you wish you would have included? Not anything legal, obviously. But like,
to the story?
Yeah.
A bonus?
A bonus story?
A bonus story that I wish I included.
It's a good one.
I mean, there was a couple of stories I didn't include, but a bonus story.
Because it starts to get long, too. That's the other thing. You worry about.
Well, yeah, it's and also, you know, one thing I was talking about with someone, the hardest thing about writing this book was at some point, you know, the insecurity starts kicking in and you're like, yo, am I oversharing? Number one. Number two, like, who cares? Who's gonna care about what I have to say, or even my story, you know, American dream? I mean, am I really living it? Like, that's even success in that context is also relative. So I had to constantly check in and say, listen, you know, besides your own personal motivations behind writing this book, like having it in writing. First of all, I wrote a book.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone should, at some point in their
I
life,
did too.
write a book. Secondly, I'll be able to share this with my grandkid one day. Like, I you know, paid a homage to my parents, which is like the greatest gift I could have ever given back to them. But besides all those like little personal things for myself, even if like it inspires one other person or helps one other person get away. I'm not even talking about like help them redefine their motivation and inspire them to go after their dreams. I'm talking about just like for the 10 hours of reading this, will have them escape their reality for a second and live in mine. It's worth it.
Yeah.
And so.
And it will be.
Hopefully it'll be more than one person, but like I said, even if it's one person, I already feel good and validated. My dad read the book for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and he texted me back, because you put in all this work and you're like just writing and working and writing and perfecting and then you're done with it, and then you're so exhausted. You just, and also like you're so in it that
You can't even see it anymore.
yeah, you're like, here, someone else have it,
Yeah.
you know? And then it's a whole new sensation. I guess those are the fruits of that labor. It isn't the actual book, it's how it makes people feel that read it are the fruits of that labor, you know? So when I see the book, I'm like super proud, and it's all awesome, but it's the conversation that I have with people and the feedback that I have with people that have read it. That's the best part about writing this book, and I'm finally feeling that, you know, that purpose behind writing it. And my dad, calling me and going like, hey man, you know, he said, if you meant even 90% of what you said in that book, you can be forgiven for anything in this life. I was like, all right, Dad.
That's crazy,
But
because I
he-
read some of your book.
Yes.
You did some crazy stuff.
A lot to be forgiven.
Not to be forgiven, Mr.
Right.
Bell.
No, he was touched by, like I said, my sentiment towards my brother, obviously as parents, and now you
Oh, I
you
can't
have
imagine.
2 kids.
Even just seeing today, we're at the pediatrician and seeing 2 boys interact and have Adrian, who's 2. He kept saying, "It's gonna be okay, Miles. It's gonna be okay," because
Wow.
the baby's crying on the table. The baby's not even a month old. No idea what's going on.
This is just sheer survival,
Yeah,
right?
just-
Like instinct.
But the love, without us even telling him what to say or what to do, and the relationship already that's developed between them, I can't imagine what your parents feel when they read something like
Right,
that.
and so and there are pictures in here that kind of showcase that
Yeah.
instinctive love and
It is.
want, and you know, that my brother displays, and you could even see like when we're walking, like he's always in shadow position, like when we talk about, you know, kind of making sure that I don't fall over.
Is that why you dance like a woman so well? Do
Me?
you think? Because you've been-
Wow, what a transition.
I mean,
Ginger.
I was just because it is one
I
of the
dance
things.
like a woman so well because you gotta know
Yeah.
what a woman needs in order to give it to her.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
But that never leaves my brain, I have to say.
I think about that way too often. How,
Are
like,
you
if,
kidding?
like, you have to walk like
Guys,
this,
this
and
was
then he'll
going
walk,
so
and I'm
well.
like, he's a better woman than I am.
Yes. Every time.
That's because I've been teaching. Oh my God, I've been teaching these things for so long. First of all, you know, I think every man could get in touch with their feminine side, especially today on the 8th of March, Women's Day. But no, you know, that's the other thing. I as a teacher of ballroom dance, I have to teach both the male and the female. And so, yeah, I mean, I talk a lot about that. How dance has, you know, ballroom dance in particular, has shaped my ability to relate more to a female's perspective. Obviously, I will never fully understand what it's like to be a woman, but I could at least empathize with some challenges that I think a woman goes through because of the close proximity with which I kind of, you know, created and lived and competed with and thrived with and dreamed with and failed with. You know, my teammate for majority of my life was a girl, female, you know, a woman then eventually. So, yeah, so that definitely shaped my views on that. But bonus story.
Yeah, oh, you didn't forget. I was going to let you go with it.
I'll think of something until the end. I'll do a bonus story.
All right.
Okay,
Should we do the thing?
let's go. You're the
Okay.
curator, girl. You
I
tell
am?
me what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me
Oh,
Laurie's
wow.
going to curate. I said, that is a big word. That is like a grown.
Curate is a grown word.
I am technically not an adult yet, so I'm gonna be asking. I'm gonna be asking both of you 22 questions in 2 minutes,
Okay.
Mhm.
and so just answer with like the first thing that comes in your head. But hopefully that's like relatable to you, not like just like a random,
Not
you
like
know.
banana.
Banana. Peanut. Okay, so 1, where were you born?
Orange,
Odessa,
California.
Ukraine.
2, who would you want to play you in a movie?
Oh. Reese
Jennifer
Witherspoon.
Aniston.
Oh.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, that'd be
That's a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll
That'd be good. I
That'll
just
be
don't know
swell.
about Reese.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah.
3,
I
what
don't know
was
why I said it like that because the time was already up.
It's okay. 3, what was your first job?
I was a bussing tables at a wedding.
I was doing the cha-cha in a Russian restaurant in Brooklyn.
4, what is your greatest accomplishment?
By the way, shout
Children.
out to all the restaurants out there who
Yes.
provided work for everybody. I feel like everybody's worked in some sort of restaurant at
And
some
every
point in
kid
their life.
needs to. Like, my boys will have to. Like, you have to, because I think it's the best training
Mm-hmm.
in everything.
Right, because
Whether
you
you're
are
dancing or-
of service
Yep.
to people.
And even when I wasn't dancing, I was entertaining in a way, because you have to interact with your
Right.
guests and you have to make them have a good time.
Mhm.
And I think there's so many learning possibilities. And then I got to bartend eventually. Oh, when
Okay,
I was
well,
way too young.
this is a speed round.
Sorry.
Ginger.
It's not two people you want to play a speed round with.
By the way, Ginger has a book that you should also
Oh,
buy
thank
and
you.
read, and if you haven't, she's amazing. And
It's really cute.
she's
Thank you,
forget
guys.
cute. She's amazing. She's amazing. And Laurie has a book that you should buy and read, by the way,
Everybody, read our
and
book.
she's amazing.
Everybody has a book. Woo!
You got a lot of reading to do,
You
by the
do.
way. You do.
So go get your reading glasses, have a seat, and a cup of water because I'm a minor, and read our books. 4, what is your greatest accomplishment?
Having my kids.
Boom. Helping her pump for her kids.
5, what is your greatest fear?
Oh, now that I have kids, everything.
Mediocrity.
6, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Well, biggest, I don't know, but long nails on men.
Oh.
That's actually
word.
very like.
Yeah.
That's true. I never realized that was a pet
Yeah,
peeve.
I mean,
takes it
even
out.
if you play guitar, I don't know.
No
Sorry, Mark
excuses.
Ballas. What is my pet peeve? Dirty ears. Not that I'm staring
Yes.
at anybody in the ears, but if God forbid I do gander in there and there happens to be something of a yellow shade.
I am in Adrian's every day. I clean them. Like, I'm a hawk on that.
Right.
Agreed.
I remember when we
important.
first started this season, you told me that your pet peeve was dirty ears, and I never came in with dirty ears.
Q-tip right before she comes in.
I was like, oh my god. 7, what color is your toothbrush?
Pink.
Blue.
8, what is your favorite thing to cook?
Caesar chicken salad. I know yours, which
Yeah.
is weird. And
I can
shows you-
boil water.
This shows you how much I cook because I know his. I like to make breakfast.
Sandwiches.
Like breakfast, sure.
9, what is your favorite food?
You have an excuse though. You go to work at like
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
That's why breakfast is fun to make. 'Cause if I have the chance to make it, then I want to. Favorite food. I like breakfast stuff, like egg dishes. I don't know.
Bacon.
Bacon.
I never loved bacon until like just the last 2 years I've been eating a lot of bacon.
I never liked bacon until I went on tour and saw everybody eating bacon, and I was like, well, maybe I should eat bacon, and now I stopped eating bacon. 10. Who is the most interesting person you've met recently?
I've met recently, so I've met a lot of really interesting people, but recently I've met Louis Hose is actually an awesome man, very interesting. He's an inspirational figure. He, helps a lot, and I actually went on this trip to Guatemala with Pencils of Promise that he organized or helped facilitate at least. And on that trip I met Adam Brown, who is actually another really interesting man that started the organizational Pencils of Promise, which, by the way, helps build schools in impoverished areas around the world, remote areas that don't have access to education. He's now, founded this organization that's built over 200 schools around the world, and now he's focused on Mission U, which is, a nonprofit that's going to focus on changing the higher education system in this country.
I meant to ask you about your trip. I can't wait to hear more about it.
So yeah, those two, Louis Hose and Adam Brown.
What about
and
you?
Mo Willems, he's a writer, author of children's books, and I have now delved into children's books, and it is one of the most difficult. It is so much harder than telling your own story.
Really?
Because this is like, you know it.
Yeah.
You write it because it's in your head, it's in your body, it's in your soul. It is so hard to write a good kid's book, and this guy has done it time and time. I mean, hundreds of books. He's written all of these, and to see the way he writes and thinks, and it's not just writing 60 words on a bunch of pictures. It's really hard.
You gotta choose your words wisely. I mean,
You
think
do.
about it. It's like in the children's book is when we have to
Yes.
be most accountable for the words that we choose.
Yeah, and he's super quirky and artistic and like just really cool guy. But I still don't even understand a 1/1,000,000th of his brain.
Wow.
So he was very cool to me.
You would think complete opposite, right? Like children's books.
Yeah.
How much thought does it really?
That's what I went in wanting to
Take.
write. I was like, this is what I want to do, and they said, no, you don't.
But you're doing it, and
Yeah,
you're
no,
doing. I heard you're
I'm
doing
going
an amazing
backward,
job.
Going backward, writing through like the ages younger, and then eventually. But to get to that like beginner stage,
Yeah.
you really have to choose your words wisely, and you have to have the creative part of it is so hard. What you're leaving kids with, it's unbelievable.
Are you like you have a say in the illustration?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so 11. How do you take your coffee black?
I've started adding some milk recently. I used to do just black, but I
do
also
black.
heard that there's some sort of you're psychopathic if you drink black, which I did most of my life.
Well, look
There's some
here.
study they did, and so I was like, maybe I should try some milk. And then I actually really liked the taste.
Black
You just
coffee.
called all of Italy
I know.
psychopath. Sorry, Italy.
The
Like-
study did it.
That's true.
Yeah.
The study
I
did.
feel like black coffee is like.
It is a little, but I kind of like that. I like hurting myself with it a little bit.
It's like crusty bean water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's acquired taste.
It's an
It's
acquired
like olive juice.
Olive juice.
Olive oil?
Olive juice?
Like olives. Olives that are an acquired
I
taste.
don't like
Oh.
olives. 12. What is your middle name?
Renee.
Alexandrovich.
Alexandrovich.
Valusha?
No, Valusha is like
Yeah,
a
it's
nickname.
like the nickname.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Um,
yours?
Renee.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cute.
Ginger Renee Seinheist.
Yes.
13. What is your favorite hobby?
Oh gosh. I like boxing lately.
Nice.
Ooh. Good you.
I mean, once I can work out again.
I like boxing too. I would say boxing and basketball.
14. What is your guilty pleasure?
Teen mom.
That was quick.
No waiting. I have a problem.
Sports Center. Sports Center. Teen Mom, you're old.
That's
I watched
funny.
every season.
15. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Morning, 100%.
I feel like you're probably both because of kids.
Yeah, because of work, I have to be in the morning. But
You
Yeah.
have to be a
I'm
morning
naturally much better in the morning. By 8 o'clock, I am,
person. Morning people look to you
to get up.
to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be the super morning person.
You're like Superman, but
I
Superman.
realize that I'm not even like a fraction of myself until at least 1:30.
I have realized that as well.
I have also realized that.
Okay, thanks. guys.
Throwback.
Thank you.
Yeah.
16. What is your worst habit?
Oh, I have a lot of them.
Yeah,
Same.
Me too.
Oh, especially recently, because I'm like, I'm not gonna eat carbs, and I don't eat carbs all day, and then I have, in the middle of the night, I'm like, I'm starving, and then I have these snack animals. They're little
like animal crackers?
Animal crackers that are for my son, and then he'll wake up and be like, where are the cookies? And I'm like, I don't know.
Your little brother.
I don't know, because I don't eat carbs, so I have no idea. Kid,
Get out of here. What's your worst habit?
My worst. What was the question?
What's your worst habit?
My worst habit. I got two habits. One of them. No, I got my habit is snoozing. I'll admit. I'm a snoozer. I snooze a lot. And God forbid I'm sharing a room with somebody.
because that alarm's going off.
Snooze master flex for at least 2 hours with 5-minute intervals. Like
Oh,
I have a problem.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
My
it's
roommate
terrible.
almost like punched me when I went for a gymnastics training camp because I had 2-minute intervals and it went on for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
And like it would ring and you just hear my hand like slapping my phone. Yeah, it's bad.
No.
I cry a lot also. 18 or 17. What was the last gift you gave?
What?
What
The
was the
last
last
gift?
gift you gave?
The last gift I gave to my new puppy, Anastasia.
So
Which-
sweet.
Is that considered a gift? I mean, I just
Yes.
get her everything.
Yeah.
That's
Every
really cute.
dog, every doggy related thing there is.
We bought a book today at the bookstore for Adrian. He
That's
loves
really
books. So I'm
Yes.
like, sure, as many as you want. We just don't have any room left. But.
18. What is the last album you bought or streamed?
Oh, Justin Timberlake I bought.
Oh,
Man of the Woods.
filthy. It's like
Yeah.
really.
I really like Say Something.
I was gonna say, can you imagine she was like Cardi B, actually?
Cardi B.
She said, you know who?
Cardi B.
Wait, what was yours? You didn't say.
Mine, I mean, I just stream all my music, so. I would say Psycho, Post Malone. It's a single.
Oh, okay.
It's not an album.
All right. Oh, wait, no, I did Jussie Smollett. That's who I did. Josie.
Small?
Anyway, the guy from Empire, I love him.
Oh yeah?
I forgot that was the most recent.
Small?
Smollett.
Small?
Empire. Rumor Willis is on Empire.
Yes.
Another ex-partner of mine from Dancing with
Keeps
the
coming
Stars.
around.
It's amazing. You see all my ex-partners
no
thriving.
longer-
It's incredible.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon and 6 degrees of Val. Chmerkovskiy.
19. What is your favorite book?
Ooh. Thanks, guys. Well, my favorite book is actually Ginger Z's and Laurie Hernandez.
Okay, wow.
It's a tie.
Well, joke's on you because I think Dr. Seuss is cooler.
I'm a fan of Catcher in the Rye. That's my favorite book.
20. What cause is dear to your heart?
Oh. Well, this year, like what I decided to give most to, and I want to get more involved with, is something called direct relief. And so I did so much research. I got really obsessed with who doesn't have any overhead and where does the money go and how does it, and I'm obviously weather and hurricanes were big this year. So I found direct relief and they are 99.9%. They're like the top. There is no other. I mean, United Way is great, and I've given to them in the past, and they're awesome, and that's another one that I really like. But
Then all charities are awesome.
they're all
by the way.
great.
It's not
but-
like a competition.
No. But I just had this. I got really into doing all the research. And
What
that
is it?
one, direct relief.
Direct
Yep.
relief?
I mean,
That's
it kind of
awesome.
says what it is, but
Yeah, for me, it's. I mean, my cause has been. By the way, I'm just like, my cause is every cause. You know, I
Yeah.
just want to, kind of contribute to bettering everyone's life. But I think my focus is more in like education, and I if I look back at my track record, where I have been most involved in, it's everything to do with kids. So I work a lot with LA's Children's Hospitals, St. Jude's Hospitals, children's hospitals in general, and then with Pencils of Promise, and outside of just official charity work, I do a lot of my own kind of mentoring, and I get involved and speak at schools. I just feel this inherent like responsibility to pass it forward. I'm really grateful for for enjoying the fruits of other people's influences on my life, and I feel like the only way to really do them justice is by passing it forward to the next generation. Like yourself.
Single tier.
Single tier.
21. Name 2 items on your bucket list.
I want to visit all the wonders of the world, old and new.
Ooh, I'm taking that one.
Yeah.
For one of my ones. That's a good one.
And
That includes Machu Picchu, right? Yeah, it does.
it does, right? Yeah.
I've only seen
Yeah, man.
Machu Picchu on Pinterest.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks real good. It's one of and then they went there on The Bachelor, and I was like, really?
Oh,
This is
The
the one-
Bachelor. Didn't
yeah.
something just go down with The
Something
Bachelor?
very dramatic happened.
What
We don't
happened?
We don't have to. Basically,
We don't have to, but you guys want to catch up on Teen Mom too? No, he chose the girl at the end and the one that kind of made sense. And then 3 weeks later, he told them, I can't do this anymore. They met in LA and they caught it all without editing it. He said, it's actually, I'm still in love with the other girl. And he went back to number 2. Took her back, broke up with that one. That one's now the Bachelorette. Really good storyline, never happened before. So, and everybody hates him. You know?
Well, snap, I do too. How dare you do that? It's International Women's Day. You can't do that to a lady. My goodness.
She's gonna be all right.
That's rude. Buddy, you got a big storm coming.
Big natural disaster.
A big natural disaster. But so sad. Wait,
Wait a minute.
Come on.
wait, no.
We almost had it.
So the last one is, where do you want to go that you've never been? But then that means the 2 items on your bucket list have to change because it can't be places now.
Oh, right.
Because you answered the last one already.
Where would I want to go that I haven't been?
No, wait, I think
Oh, we have to change
you have
to
to
a different
change
bucket
a
list.
different bucket list
Yeah.
because that was places that you would want to go.
What do I want to do? There's so much I want to do.
I feel like the X-Files theme song is playing in the background as
I know.
everyone thinks about it.
No, I want to. Okay, so fine. All right, my bucket list is to play in the Celebrity All-Star Game.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball. Yeah.
Kobe.
Not golf.
Speaking of
No,
Kobe,
no.
Kobe wrote a thingy in the
Kobe, the Oscar-winning Kobe. Bryant.
Oscar-winning Kobe Bryant wrote a little something for Val's book, which you can buy at neverchangemyname.com. Plug. But yeah, so what were the 2 things?
Wait, is he the reason you wrote a book?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's not the reason I wrote a book, but he I met him during my season with Zendaya, and then Kobe and I kept in touch. After that, a couple of times he was there when I won with Rumor. He's a big fan of the show, which was obviously really encouraging to me. Being a huge Kobe Bryant fan, I'm a huge sports fan,
Yeah.
obviously basketball fan. He's one of the greatest basketball athletes, period, in the world. And so I got a chance to meet him, and I met him in a very intimate environment where it was just him and I and Zendaya's dad, and we ended up talking for like 3 hours.
Wow.
And in that conversation, I shared a lot of my life, and he was like, leaving, he was like, look, you're a really inspiring dude, and more people should hear your story. And I walked away like,
Kobe Bryant.
one of the most inspirational figures of our generation just told me that I was inspiring to him.
Yeah.
I should write a book in the future. No, I texted all my friends and bragged about it, but
I would too.
it was awesome. It was awesome. And
Okay.
thank you. Thank you to everyone. Robin Roberts,
Yeah.
who wrote a little something, Laurie Hernandez. You didn't get to write a little something, but
It's all right.
thank
Kobe
you.
Bryant's on there. I get it.
I get it. But yeah, man, I'm really grateful at the response. I mean, it's awesome.
You're a pretty cool person.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's in a
Honestly,
lot of pages.
I'm like,
A lot of pages are cool.
Just the coolness.
I'm like, trying to like be. It's not even that I'm trying to be humble about it, but honestly, it's like surreal that I have a book, that I have friends that support it, and that people are even interested, and that they like it. Like, it's just layers of wow.
Just wait. You just wait a couple of weeks when people really get the chance to read it. And then you're going to be like, whoa.
I like the part where you get kicked out of kindergarten.
that I get kicked
funny.
out. That's funny.
Yeah.
When I get kicked out
It's
of
really
kindergarten,
funny.
it was awful.
That's
Stay
really
in school, kids.
Stay in school, kids. That was really funny.
I did get kicked out of kindergarten, but I was a troublemaker. But
You're like,
learned
I
my
may or
lesson.
may not have pushed a kid off in high velocity. Okay, but where do you see yourselves in 10 years?
I hope it's just, all I know is that I'll have my family, or I hope I'll have my family. Yeah. But other than that, I want to produce children's programming with science somehow. That's like a goal. That's something that I want to get to.
Wow.
Not to say that I'm going to step away from what I do, because I want to keep doing what I do as long as I possibly can. Like, as long as they'll have me, I'm here. But that's an area where I feel like I could really do something. Because I grew up watching Mr. Wizard and loving science. And then a generation right before you probably had Bill Nye.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Now, and especially on International Women's Day, I feel like it's time for a woman to step into that role and be the scientist that all the kids look to.
Yeah.
So whether it's me or something I produce or put together for a young person who someone would want to see more than me.
Oh.
Yeah. That's been the response so far when I go pitching this around. They're like, yeah, kids don't like listening to adults as much. I'm like, really? I loved watching. Like,
No, I would listen to you.
You're not a kid.
I am until June 9th.
Hold on to it.
I am. That's the issue here.
What do I
10 years.
What do I see myself doing in 10 years? Well, 3 books later, I'm sitting back. No, in 10 years, I hope to be. I don't know. Honestly, can I just be honest? I have no idea.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good
have
thing.
no idea. This was such a big project, and it feels like a real huge transitional period in my life right now. So I think I'll be better. It'll be easier for me to answer that question. Maybe even in a year, I'll be able to have a little more clarity. But as of right now, it's been such a roller coaster, and I'm so grateful, and at the same time so weary. Like, because I do come from, not the most pristine surroundings, and I'm enjoying such an awesome time in my life that anybody that can relate to that has this huge kind of sense of like, fingers crossed I'm able to continue to do this.
Yep.
So like, it's been awesome. I'm trying to make my little 15 minutes into a 2-hour special, continue to connect with people, continue to make people happy and entertain people and fulfill myself in the process, provide for my family. And I mean, if I could continue to do that in 10 years, I'll be really happy.
That's a good answer.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
wanna
gonna
in
do?
10 years?
I'll be 27. I'll be 28.
Whoa.
Okay, she's like, that's some big stuff. Jeez, I don't know. I'd like to act. That would be cool. I want
Yeah.
to be an actress, but still do other things.
I'm gonna put it in the universe. My passion project is to help facilitate, produce, and write
We're gonna do a stand-up
a-
comedy bit.
a stand-up special for Laurie Hernandez.
We should do it.
I think
It'd be funny.
Wait, we can make this happen. You can be the front person of the show I'm going to produce, and then I can have a spin-off of a comedy special.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. We're making things happen.
I'll be like, a hurricane's coming, and not just a hurricane, cause honey, you got a big storm coming. You know, like the vine. Yeah, that was really bad. So
We're working on, like, the writing hasn't been
Yeah,
finished
we
yet.
haven't.
It's like,
Yeah, we're still workshopping it, like they say in the biz.
Well, once again, this is Valentin Chmerkovskiy's book titled "I'll Never Change My Name," which you can get at neverchangemyname.com if you want it.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to the incredible curator of this
Curator.
wonderful little thing. Curator.
Creator.
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 To the host, Laurie Hernandez. Thank you so much. Ginger.
I'm so glad I got to pop in.
Thank
so
you for like hanging out.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
see, I couldn't even do that.
That's what the cool kids are doing.
No, they don't do it
Don't
anymore.
do it
I
anymore?
just
You threw it back.
I threw it back, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
probably
So
they're
that's
gonna
a
be
I'm
like,
not
dab.
gonna take that out.
they're
That's
gonna
a
be
dab.
like,
You
Yeah,
know the
dab.
dab.
Yeah, because you put the other arm up.
she's
Yeah.
so good at it. You have swag. It's inside of you.
Deep.
Mwah, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank
And,
you. I'm taking money.
I was like, I'll take the one with the mustache.
Yes.
This is mine.
That's yours. All right. Well, I'm by myself, but I'm not alone. Thank you so much. If you haven't gotten your copy, please order your copy of neverchangemyname.com, of I'll Never Change My Name at neverchangemyname.com, and wherever books are sold. And I've always wanted to say that. You can get your copy wherever books are sold. So, thanks again. See you later.